Hello, everyone. This is Retro Star, and I'm here to yet again another commentary. This time we're going to do the original Contra. This is the game that started everything for me, to me becoming a hardcore gamer. This for me to start to love shooting games. This was the very first for me to get me into all of that. I remember the first day I played this game. Absolutely loved it. It was definitely different from Super Mario Brothers. Definitely different from Metroid, and definitely different from any other game I played. I just love the game. I just absolutely fell in love with this game. We are on the first stage. I'm pretty rapidly going through the stage here. Just absolutely not giving two fucks about anything. I am just seriously speedrunning this stage. Just total beast in this stage right here. One of my favorite games of all time. This definitely I love this game before I love its follow-up, which is Super C. I love Super C. This is the game that started for me also. This game gets absolutely my respect. We're getting ready to finish the first stage. And that's it. I don't know if you can call that a boss, but I guess you can call it a boss. But we're getting ready to finish it, going into definitely it says stage 2 here, not areas. It uses the word stage in the first one. I guess that's why I'm so used to it. So now we're in stage 2. One of my favorite stages also is the base. I love this. I actually forgot this is sort of gave you a different view also, just like the second one did. Not quite the overhead view, but this gave you a different view of the character and a different stroll, which was absolutely awesome at the time. This was probably the second game that I played with after I beat Super Mario Brothers. Punch Out was the third. And this was the game. I remember when I beat this game, I was so incredibly happy. And when I first saw this game, I fell in love with it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. It's an amazing game that I've ever played. It's a fast strolling game. It's got good music. It's fun. Everything about Contra is amazing. I remember this coming at this boss. It was just a rush as a kid. How exciting this was to me, and how I adored the feel of blowing everything up and just seriously rushing everything. This was a straight to the point game. I am a huge fan of straight to the point games. This is the stage 2 boss, which I had no problem taking them out with my spread. Actually said my spread is my best fucking friend in the whole world in this game. We're heading for stage 3, the waterfall stage. I was not a fan of this stage, especially when you play 2 players. I wasn't a fan. But this right here is awesome. Awesome to watch 2 people play this game. Totally awesome. Love the music. I remember when I first got to this stage, the music just gave me a total rush. I'm like, wow, not only is the music amazing in this game is just fun to play. And you just can't go wrong with Contra. You can never go wrong with Contra. Contra will always do you right. And it's amazing. This game will always be around. This is one of the franchises that will always be around no matter what. People are from 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now will still be playing Contra. The world is definitely going to be different, but Contra is still going to be one of those games that will be a absolute classic, a golden oldie to many generations, because this is just even up against the new games. This holds up really well as far as fun factor, and just like we'll play all those new games and put them down after we beat them, this game right here is definitely something you'll play over and over and over and over and over again, guaranteed. You just can't go wrong. This game is just, you just can't say too many good things about Contra. It's an amazing game and will always be amazing for time and time to come. We're headed for stage 3 boss. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, this boss used to really get on my nerves, but as you can see as a kid, I definitely waxed that ass Once I got good at this game as a kid, I started waxing that ass. Nothing was a problem with me. I even in a tournament that we was hosting, my mom was hosting a little tournament at a Christmas party, and a friend came over, and that if they won, they would get my bad dudes underneath my tree. I said, no one's going to beat me at Contra, and definitely no one's going to come into my house and steal my bad dudes game, beating me at Contra. That will not happen. And and let me tell you, the plot of the game is basically we had to do we did it 30 men, and whoever died the least, I say whoever finished the game with the most lives intact was the winner. I smashed that. I end up doing the game. I end up seriously smashing. So, no doubt, Contra has brought me some great memories, and it will always bring me great memories. Right now we're at the second base. This will be stage 4, base 2. Definitely the base stages were always my favorite because they just gave me a rush that was just unbelievable. This game was like crack to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's like either, but it was like just gave me a awesome rush, you know what I'm saying? And just made me think I was definitely was imagining myself battling enemies in real life, because it's exactly how I felt as a kid. This the vibe that this game has gave me. And I'll never forget the feeling ever playing this game again. Every time I play this game, that feeling comes back, and I can remember it so well. So this is why Contra 1 will always be special Contra to me. Out of all the Contras they come up with, Contra 1 will always be that special one. Always. Okay, now we're coming to the last of the base, stage 4, base 2, before we head to the boss fight of stage 4. Alright, here we go. It's getting ready to go down. This boss is pretty tricky. It's pretty easy when you have the spread. That's why I always make sure when I come here I have my spread. I have my buddy's spread with me that'll always keep me protected. And you definitely need it on this boss, especially with the bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As a rookie, because as a rookie it'll be very hard to try to get this boss out if I didn't have my spread. It was very difficult for me to do that, which I'm going to probably be doing a no power-ups run in this game, and this boss is going to definitely be the pet peeve of that, because I got to seriously be accurate. I got to be pretty precise with my shooting and make sure I hit those bubbles, or they're going to cost me a huge problem. Okay, we just finished stage 4 boss. We're going to head to stage 5, the snowfield, my favorite stage of the entire game. Not only is this my favorite stage of the entire game, the music in the background is absolutely my favorite. I used this music in my intro to represent that this was my favorite music in the whole game. I don't know why. It just gives me that vibe that was unbelievable. I remember when I first got to this stage and I heard this and I heard the music, I was pumped, man. I was like, wow, and the music is fucking awesome. I'm like, yes. I was like, yes. And it just gave me a rush, I'm a huge fan of music in games, because that is the main thing that makes the game definitely it definitely gives you an exciting edge when you're playing the game, like you're in a movie and you're definitely playing a movie, and it just gives you an amazing feel, which is why these gaming companies hire some of the top music composers of all time to put the music in their games, because music in the games are very important. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes us want to play it. This is what makes us want to turn up the volume and just get lost in this game. The music is definitely what makes you want to get lost in this game and give you that vibe to keep on fighting and keep on striving to get through the game. So, music is very important everywhere. Because it is truly the soundtrack of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Music is just important everywhere. So, yeah, this is my favorite stage too. And one of the easier stages too. You know what I'm saying? This is basically, you know, not a lot of enemies around. Besides the bombs and the fucking like bombs coming down on you and stuff like that. The bombs are probably just the only thing I don't like about it. But for as far as being easy, this is one of the easier stages because there's not a lot of enemies, and it's you don't have to do too much platforming. It's just basically just a run in the park, and then when you get to the boss, all you have to do, if you got your buddy, your spread, shoot up. Look at that. Fucking murdered that boss. He didn't have a chance. Okay, now we're entering Energy Zone, Stage 6. I love the music in this game too. I actually do. It's definitely fits the stage. The music does. Konami music, well, one of the best things your ears would ever hear in any game is definitely Konami. Always deliver the best composers to any game that they make, and they definitely seriously struck gold with Contra. This Contra's music, Contra game will always be memorable. It would be known for its awesome soundtrack. It will be known for its amazing replay value. It's just amazing fun. It will always be known for that. Yeah, this is like the funnest part of the stage where you have to jump, you have to do this. I've seen people that could just jump, just keep going. But hey, you know, when you're doing a no death run, you don't take chances. You know, you're doing a no death run. You don't care about how pretty it is. Just surviving and keeping all of those lives intact is what no death runs are all about. I mean, fuck speed running and all of that. Speed runners, I've seen speed runs of this game, many of them, and they're very pretty to look at. They're very, very pretty to look at. I am always a huge fan of no death runs, of just seriously just beating a game without any mistakes. To me, that would be definitely what I strive for in every game that I play, is to seriously, flawlessly defeat and conquer any game flawlessly. When you do things flawlessly, you'll always get props no matter what. You don't have to speed run it to do a good run, but definitely a no death run would definitely always be great and wonderful and fun to do and great to look at. Just seriously doing serious punnage on any game without losing a life is always fun to watch. Look at this guy. Yeah, he didn't have a chance with me, and my buddy, my pen pal, spread. He didn't have a chance. Okay, now we're headed for stage 7, the Hagar. Definitely one of the stages. I would definitely have to say this stage is the least. I like this stage the least out of all the entire game. I don't know why it is. I just don't like this stage. You know, I guess back in the days when I was a kid, it was I sort of had some troubles with this stage when I first tried to beat this game. But you know, it's no problem to me now. You know, Contra, it's definitely easier than Super C. Super C is more difficult to no death run than the original Contra. But like I said, the original Contra is always near and dear to my heart because it was the game that started me to being hardcore. As I grew up as a teenager, you know, I played this game before I was a teenager. This game came out in the late 80s, 1988 to be exact, 1988. Contra, definitely, I played this before I did the arcade. The arcade is, I think it's a year or so older than this because it's the original. The arcade is the original Contra. This is just a port from that. The original Contra is amazing too. Me and Rudy has already conquered those games, and they are still amazing. They are still amazing, but nothing will ever take the place of the NES Contra like this one. This right here is near and dear to my heart. This will always be the #1 Contra in my heart. This is what got me started on everything as I grew into a teenager, as I was growing up. This game got me started to being a hardcore gamer. Yeah, this is my favorite part right here. Gotta love this part. Gotta love it. It's not hard. You know, you just basically just got to go with the flow, and as long as you go with the flow, it's amazing. It's easy. The first Contra is easy. Once you get the hang of no death in this game, you're definitely not going to have as much trouble with this one as you would with Super C. It's definitely easier. All right. That was pretty easy. Spread doing this thing, destroying things, opponent shit. We are at the final stage, ladies and gentlemen. Stage 8, Alien's Lair. Alien's Lair. Remember when I first got to Alien's Lair, I was so hyped. I was like, oh yes, I'm getting ready to beat this. I'm getting ready to beat it. I don't think I knew that I don't think I specifically knew that I was at the end, but I think I had an idea that I was at the end because, you know, look at what I'm battling here. And listen to the music. You can always tell when you're at the end when you hear creepy music. And this music is amazing too. This music is very iconic to me. Every time I think of this music, I think about this stage and battling the aliens and all of the creepers. So you definitely know you're at the end when you hear music like this, creepy music, or when you see more and more aliens coming, and it seems like your enemy's getting less and less human. You know you're far in the game when that happens. See, they're even courteous. They're definitely even courteous here, more courteous. They even give you a spread right there, which I didn't need, and so I just use my spread and take down all of those little things there. Take them down. You have to take them down because when they spit out those little white puffy things, they follow you. And if they catch you, dead. You gotta remember, Contra is a perfect run game. You can, just like in Super C, you cannot get hit one time. It will end your run. So, you know, Contra definitely is a little less difficult than Super C. So you should be able to, once you get the hang of this, you should be able to finish this with no problem, deathless. Okay, we're approaching the final boss. As you got to remember, those scorpions, I used to call them scorpions, will come out and they're seriously going to be going ham on you. They're seriously going to try to take you out because they're guarding the heart to make sure you don't destroy the heart of the alien. So you gotta, so as you see, I'm exercising extreme caution, you know, and just inching my way forward so that I won't get hit. As you can see here, I didn't choose to go straight up to the heart because I could have went straight up to the heart and just bamboozled them. But no, I chose to just do this the hard way, dodge, maneuver, and just to make it a little bit prettier, you know. Just to make it a little bit more prettier at the end, you know what I'm saying? Because I went through this game pretty damn fast. So, hey, you know, I'm gonna get something to. I'm gonna put myself on the edge and just try to dodge him and slowly beat the boss. That's basically what I was doing here. I'm not gonna seriously just cheapen the run by just going up in there and just ta and then destroy him. It's not a speed run, and this is a no death run. So I just took my time and destroyed the heart here. And so, oh, there we go. That's all she wrote. That is a Contra no death run right there, ladies and gentlemen. Contra no death. Yes, and we're going into the ending sequence. And yes, we did it. That's the run. For those of you, I remember when I first this is the second game I beat on the NES. I was so excited. I was like, wow, this is like a movie. This is the first time I've ever seen the credits. This is the very first time I've ever seen the credits roll in a game. So I was like, wow, they're making it like a movie. It's like they're letting the credits roll like a movie. So this is you got to remember, Super Mario Bros. Was the game I played before this. So when I seen the credit roll, I was like, wow, they're really trying to make this like a movie, and it was like exciting to me. I was like, wow, this is like what happens at the end of a movie. It's like, wow, look at this. Look at all the cool names of the awesome people that had a lot to do with this awesome start of of a just a legendary franchise. Will always be legendary. Contra will go on down to the history to being in the top 5 as being one of the most iconic and legendary games of all time, and people are going to be playing this game for many years. So hey, it's not going away. Contra is never going to go away. They just made a new Contra game, which I am definitely going to try. I'm going to try to beat every Contra game, and I'm going to try that new Contra. So we're coming up on the ending sequence, everyone, and thank you for watching my no death run and commentary, and keep it fucking retro, everyone.